Ever wondered what tough medieval knights did after a long day of sword fighting? They sang lullabies. These battle-hardened warriors had a secret soft spot, crafting beautiful songs that mixed tales of dragons with gentle melodies. Let's uncover these forgotten tunes. Think those medieval knights spent all their time swinging swords and charging into battle? Well, here's a wild twist. Many of these armor-clad warriors were actually talented musicians and poets. After the fighting was done, they'd hang up their shields, grab their lutes, and transform into medieval rock stars. These knights would write songs about everything from epic dragon battles to tender love stories. And get this, some of the toughest fighters were known for their super sweet lullabies. They'd use these gentle songs to help their kids drift off to sleep, proving that even the fiercest warriors had a seriously soft side. It's like finding out your local UFC champion runs a butterfly sanctuary. Let's peek inside those stone castle walls, where something magical happened every night. We've found actual songbooks tucked away in old castle libraries. Tiny treasures filled with knight-written lullabies. These weren't just simple tunes about sheep jumping over fences. Knights wrote about brave teddy bears defending their toy castles and friendly dragons who helped lost princes find their way home. They mixed real battle experience with gentle imagination, creating songs that made their kids feel both safe and brave. Some of these lullabies were so good, they spread from castle to castle, becoming medieval hits. Here's where medieval knights really let their creativity soar. These warriors took the dragons they fought in their songs and turned them into friendly flying pals. Instead of fire-breathing monsters, their lullabies featured dragons who served tea to princesses and helped lost sheep find their way home. Some knights wrote about their own battle scars being magic marks from fairy dust, not sword fights. They transformed scary war horns into musical instruments played by mischievous forest sprites. My favorite is a lullaby about a dragon who couldn't sleep because his pillow wasn't fireproof. Talk about relatable bedtime problems. These tough guys knew exactly how to turn their rough-and-tumble world into something magical for their kids. Ready for the coolest language lesson ever? These night musicians were basically medieval code switchers. They'd mix fancy Latin verses with local slang, creating this amazing musical blend. Latin was the proper choice for church and court, but these knights knew their kids needed something more familiar too. So they'd start with a proper Latin verse about guardian angels, then switch to the local language for verses about neighborhood dragons and familiar places. It's like if your bedtime stories mix Shakespeare with TikTok trends. Some knights even created clever word games where Latin and local words would rhyme. Talk about next-level parenting. These lullabies weren't just about getting kids to sleep. They were sneaky life lessons wrapped in dragon tales. Knights would weave the code of chivalry into their songs, but make it totally kid-friendly. Instead of boring lectures about honor and courage, they'd sing about a brave teddy bear who always told the truth, or a little wooden sword that learned to fight only for good causes. They turned complex ideas like mercy and justice into stories about knights who helped baby dragons instead of fighting them. It's genius, really. These warrior dads were basically creating medieval Sesame Street. The lessons stuck too. We've found diaries of grown-up noble kids remembering these songs decades later. Here's something wild. These night composers didn't completely ditch their day jobs when writing lullabies. They cleverly wove battle sounds into their songs, but with a totally kid-friendly twist. The clash of swords became tinkling fairy bells, while thundering war drums transformed into gentle rain on castle roofs. One popular lullaby turned the sound of marching armies into a parade of sleepy ducks waddling to bed. These warriors even used their actual war horns to create soft, dreamy notes, kind of like a medieval version of jazz. They'd take real battle cries and turn them into playful choruses about pillow fights and teddy bear adventures. Okay, here's where things get fancy, like really fancy. Noble kids got their own exclusive lullabies, and these songs were something else. Knights would pack these special tunes with references to the family's coat of arms, turning fierce lions into cuddly bedtime pals. They'd sing about golden crowns that doubled as nightlights and royal scepters that worked as magic wands. Some clever knights even created personalized verses using the child's name, weaving it into stories about mini-rulers of dreamland. And get this, archaeologists found one lullaby that used actual castle layout as verse structure. Each room became part of the story. Ready for some medieval spy games? These night singers were way sneakier than we thought. They hid secret messages in their lullabies, like a medieval version of parent-child DMs. Some songs had clever wordplay that only noble families would understand, while others contained subtle warnings about rival kingdoms disguised as cute animal tales. A dragon wearing the wrong colors might actually be code for an untrustworthy noble family. Knights even use these songs to pass along family history, battle tactics, and survival tips, all wrapped up in sweet, innocent-sounding verses. It's like they created the world's first educational kids show, except with swords and dragons. Want to know the coolest thing about these night lullabies? They're still around. These songs pulled off an amazing time travel trick, jumping from one generation to the next like musical relay batons. Medieval mums and dads would teach these tunes to their kids, who grew up to sing them to their own children. Some clever monks helped too. They wrote down the songs in beautiful manuscripts, complete with tiny doodles of sleepy dragons in the margins. Even when castles crumbled and knights hung up their armor for good, these sweet melodies kept going. We've found versions of these songs in modern European folk music, though now the dragons might be wearing pajamas. Ready for the wildest musical comeback story ever? Those medieval lullabies aren't just gathering dust in old books. They're making waves right now. Modern parents are discovering that these night-written songs still have serious sleep-inducing powers. Scientists found that the specific rhythm patterns these warriors used actually match what we now know helps babies drift off. Some music therapists are even using updated versions in their practice. Imagine a medieval dragon lullaby with gentle piano backing. And here's the kicker. Several hit children's shows have secretly adapted these ancient tunes. That popular cartoon about the friendly dragon? Yep, its theme song comes from a knight's lullaby. Thanks for joining me on this musical journey through medieval bedtime stories. If you love discovering these warrior lullabies, hit that like button and subscribe for more surprising history tales. Share with your friends, especially the tough ones with secret soft spots.